Okay, so how this trick works. Now, this is actually inspired by a principle known as the Kruskal principle, or the Kruskal count. You can look it up. I won't get into specifics about how this works exactly. I don't really have a lot of time in this video, but you can look it up. Google it, or you can find it on YouTube. I believe Singing Banana has a fantastic explanation about the Kruskal count. Anyways, in the original Kruskal count, it's actually set up as a prediction effect. It's a really great prediction effect. It doesn't always work, but it's such a slight chance. Like, it's about an 85% to 90% success rate, depending on how you present the trick. But anyways, the way the principle is utilized in this effect, it seems to me that it works about 100% of the time. I could be wrong. There could be a slight chance that it doesn't work, but it seems to, based on my experimentation, it seems to work, like I say, 100% of the time. And I think it has to do with the fact that because you are, after the chart is made, you're setting up the cards in a way so that they're perfectly consecutively set up. Like when you see the chart set up, like I'll show you what I mean. You have the spectator, shuffle the cards and create this chart. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the court cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you have these leftover cards which are set aside and not used. And I think that might really help increase the chances, because when they're all stacked up, the consecutiveness of the counted cards are all lined up in a perfect cycle throughout the deck. So it seems to improve the chances of that principle doing its magic on its own, like 100% of the time. Now, again, I could be wrong about that. I'm not a mathematician, but maybe there is a slight chance. But I think it's obviously very slight that it won't work. So I don't think it's too much to worry about. But anyways, what we do, again, we build you get the spectator. You explain to them how to build this focus chart. You want just one singled out suit. So in this case, we don't have a singled out suit because we have 2 hearts, of course, 2 clubs, 2 spades, and 2 diamonds. So you can, again, explain to the spectator that they can swap one of the face cards with the next card below it so that they have a different suit showing, and that should now give us a focus suit, which we have here, the 3 of diamonds, of course. So that would be their memorized card. Now they can gather up the piles in any order, and you then turn around to face the spectator and the deck for the first time in the trick. So there's no way you could know even how many piles that they ended up with. You then explain to the spectator to further cut the deck, and you can help them with this part because you don't want them to cut multiple times. You only want them to cut one cut at a time, otherwise it'll ruin the trick. So make sure that you can get them to cut the cards anywhere they like, and then you as the performer complete the cut, and that just ensures that they cut it as a single cut every time. You can get them to cut it again, you can complete the cut, get the spectator to cut again, you complete the cut, just like that. Now they'll be satisfied, I'm sure. I'm sure you might agree that they will feel that their card is completely lost, and there's no possible way of knowing what card they're thinking of. So the card they were thinking of in this case was, I almost forgot, I think it was the 3 of diamonds. So to find the card, all you have to do is hold the deck face down. Now it's very important that you hold the deck face down, and that you deal the cards face up one at a time like this. Oh, that just happened to be the card right at the top. Let's just cut that one more time. Just, not that it matters, but I don't like it just being on top. I just want to show you how this works. So you deal the cards one at a time, And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be playing like you're feeling for an impression of the card as you glance through them. But what you're actually going to be doing is you're going to be silently counting the cards to find out exactly what cards they originally arrived at for their focus chart. They're not going to know this, of course, and it's going to seem impossible to them that you could ever find out what cards they looked at. But you're going to be able to do that. And it's based on this Kruskal principle that is just kind of, it's just amazing how it works. So you deal, starting with that card, 2 represents 5, of course, so you want to stick to the rules of how the cards are counted. So you count that as 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. The next card, court cards are also representative of 5, so you deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're counting in your mind quietly to yourself. The next card, you start the count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're just going to go through the whole deck doing this system of counting, and all you're doing is you're setting it up so that you get on track based on this Kruskal principle of what cards they looked at it originally. So I'll show you what I mean, how this works. So we deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're going to do this continuously and smoothly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and be careful not to forget the original card that you started your count off with again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to have to count up to 4 because that was our original card we started our new count with. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to continue the count now again from the other side of the deck again. Now this time, by the time you go through the whole deck, the way the Kruskal principle works is you should have landed on one of their original cards, which will put you on track to finding the original card of the original cards of the focus chart. So we've started our count from the end of the deck with the 4 here. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to finish. Our last card is our first key card. This is actually this should be one of the cards that they originally saw in the focus chart. What you're going to do now is you're not going to show the spectator. You're going to keep that for the suspense. You're just not going to show them that you're getting anything. You're just getting impressions. So you stop at this card, the 4th card from your count, and you set that aside like you got an impression. So that's 4. And then you look at the next card for the value to start your count again. Now you're going to look at each card. You don't have to see each card. It's not necessary because you're going to just be counting to 9. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, all the way up to 9. But you're looking at the cards to just to play like you're trying to get a visual impression of the card, but really you don't really need to see them. It's just to throw off the spectator. So you start counting up to 9. So we've counted 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the 9th card, this should be potentially one of the chart cards. You set that face down aside like you got an impression of that one. Okay? That's the 9th. Now you start your count again with whatever value the next card is. And again, remember, it's important that you count the cards with the deck face down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card you set aside. Of course, you're looking at it like you got an impression, you set that aside. Then our next card's 8, so we know to count to 8. So don't forget, of course, the value that you start with. They'll screw up. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th card. Got an impression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th card, because our first card we arrived at was 7, so that's our impression. Remember the 4 here. 1, 2, 3. There's our 4th card. Our next card we started count with is 5, being a core card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We set that aside, not showing the spectator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Set that aside. And lastly, we have a 4 here, which just runs out, and we've already counted our 4th card from the other side into the pile. So now we have this, the spectator, of course, does not realize that you have all of the cards they originally looked at in the chart. Now you're going to be able to easily decipher what card they're thinking of because you're going to find the only suit that's alone from the chart because they had to choose, that was the excuse to have them choose a focus card. And that's just a secret way of finding exactly what card they were thinking of. As you can see that the only suit here is the diamond, which would tell you that the card they're thinking of is the 3 of diamonds. And then you can just not show it yet, you can just set it on the table, and you can then ask them before you reveal it what their card was, or you could just have them reveal the card to themselves and, you know, freak them out. So that's the trick, that's how it works. And like I said, I believe it works 100% of the time, but you know, logically, I mean, it seems like there is that slight possibility that it won't work, but it's so slight. You know, it's definitely worth doing, though, I think. So anyways, hope you like that, and thank you for watching.